Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 16 of Coach B Weekly. I'm Ethan Moy. I'm here with Coach B. Coach B, coming off victory on Sunday, now advanced to your 7th NEC semifinal over the last 7 postseason appearances. That's pretty awesome accomplishment.
Yeah. After the game on Sunday, one of the reporters asked that question about 7 straight semis and postseason appearances. At the end of the day, I think it has a lot to do with our focus and our culture here. The culture of just pushing ourselves to every year get the most out of ourselves, and some years team might have struggled at different points of the season, but in the end coming together and really putting forth a great effort in March, which is always important. And I think that we didn't even know these stats come up, and
right.
We're like,
that's why it's my job to find out these kind of things.
You're right, and you do a good job of that.
Thank you.
When looking at that, looking at it for a second, I said, wow, that is great. But while it's going on, we never notice these things. It's just always focusing on the next game, and this stuff happens. That's great.
Now, I had to dig deep into the record book for this next stat here. Coming off a 68-35 victory against FDU on Sunday, as I mentioned, the 35 points were the fewest allowed by the program since February 28th, 1980, when defeated Chatham 85-24. What went into the defensive game plan on Sunday?
Well, I think it was a combination of executing the game plan, but also playing with a lot of passion. I think really working hard. But at the end of the day, you can't be just that. It has to be also passion and accountability. And I felt that we played with a lot of that, on Sunday, and I was very proud of it. And hopefully we can continue to grow off of that effort and do a great job again going forward.
Now, FDU's coach Peter Sanella mentioned in his post-game press conference that from the start, he tried to use a press to frustrate your ball handlers, but that proved to be unsuccessful. Did you think that they were going to try to do something like that early on with Janae Brown not being able to go?
It's hard always to completely predict when you're dealing with a coach like Coach Sanella, who knows a lot of different defenses, and he's a very good coach, and he understands how to change things up. And we had some really tough games against them this year. Out at third place earlier in the year,
64
2-point game. I mean, we were lucky to get out of there with a win. They missed a shot late in the game, to go ahead. They missed a 3. They got a decent look in the corner. So, we knew that they were going to be the type of team that was going to come in here and throw anything at us. So, not knowing exactly what he was going to do, but saying, hey, whatever they were going to throw at us, we had to have our hands wide open with a full heart and say we're ready to accept anything that they do, and we're just going to keep going forward and stay positive and play with intelligence. And I was really proud of the team for doing that. How we handled their press or their changing defenses or whatever. I mean, just went out there and really just focused in on the game really well, whether it was on the offensive side of the ball or the defensive side of the ball. I think that had a lot to do with why we were successful.
Now, speaking of Janae Brown, she missed her first career game after playing the previous 127. Shakima Dashel and Jalen Burton-Jones got extended minutes in her absence. What did you see from both of them that you liked?
They were very focused. I think they understood, the moment, and they didn't let it overwhelm them at all, and that was really strong for the team. That was really a strong effort for the team that they gave us when it came to mentally, being out there and understanding the importance of what their role was going to be. I was very proud of them. I thought they brought a lot of energy. I thought they made some really nice plays. They understood when to be aggressive and when to make sure that we were valuing the ball. And I thought it was one of the biggest things for us in that game. It was that players were willing to step up. In the absence of one of your players that obviously plays a lot of minutes for us and really is the catalyst offensively to how we start. It was a very proud moment for a coach to see players respond like that. So I'm very happy with them the way they played.
Now, also coming off the bench there, Nadege Pluvios had 13 points on 5-of-5 shooting, a career high for her. You mentioned in your post-game press conference, it's a new experience for her being in the NEC tournament, but she's shown that she can rise up to the occasion with her performance against Iowa early in the season. Again, just can you expand upon that and what you expected from her and how she lived up to that?
Well, she can't, as a freshman, you have your ups and your downs. No freshman walks into any program, and no matter how strong of a freshman they are as far as being ready, it just goes through the season, smooth sailing. You're going to have your days where the ball's hitting you in the head every time it's shot, and you're going to have your days where, things feel really easy and natural to you. She's had some great moments as the situation has become bigger. And that's great to see. And I mean, she's got a strong heart and a great will, and she's understanding what's expected of her. And so seeing her go out there and just have a special day coming off the bench was awesome. A lot of times when someone shoots the ball as well as she did, I think she was 5 for 5. I think that's that's always eye popping because anybody could look in that column and see 5 for 5 while she played well, but she played with a great pace. She took her time. She was strong with the ball. She made some great passes. She threw some real nice passes. So I was very proud of her because not just that she hit her shots, because shots can go in and out and anything can happen. It was the confidence that she played with and the passion she played with and the poise that she played with. I think she did all those things, and that was really nice to see.
Now, earlier in the week, the NEC announced its awards, and Army brought home quite the haul. Nneka Azebo being all-rookie team, Megan Smith being third team, you yourself winning the Brenda Riley Coach of the Year, and then Anna Nikki Stan Lamprey winning all-first team and NEC Player of the Year. You mentioned humility as being one of the pillars of the team. How do you maintain that kind of humility with all these accolades pouring in?
Well, you just have to continue to be the person that got you to that point where people recognized it. You don't go out every day and be a humble person to get an award for it. If you really have true humility, you're not worried about the award that you might get if you're humble.
Right.
You're just being humble for the right reasons. It's something that at the end of the day is lost. We want rewards for everything we do. We want, hey, if I work hard, I should get this. I should have this. I'm entitled to this. You have it, so I should have it. All I got to do is do what you do. And what you do is everything that I see on the surface. To go forward with humility would to continue being the person that was recognized, continuing to go out there and to work hard for your teammates and to not expect anything in the end but to the servanthood that we have that we will share together, and that success is worth more than anything. I think at the end of the day that's what our players have understood, and I expect them to go forward with that. When those awards were announced, I was very proud because it's nice to be recognized, and I really watched our reaction as a team when we told them, and the reaction was good. Players were happy for their teammates. The players that were given awards for the recognition of what they've been doing, I see them smile and the pride, and that's great. You should feel great about it that you're being recognized, but don't lose the person that was recognized for those awards, and go forward with humility and with grace, and look at the next game as the next challenge, just like you did all season long, and that's what we've been doing. And moving forward now, I have the confidence that they will. And as far as the Coach of the Year award goes, for myself receiving that award and being recognized, it's the coaching staff. And I told the staff that right after the award. I told the team, it's coaching staff and it's also the players. No coach has ever won Coach of the Year without a great team that goes out there and does things the right way and works hard and is recognized. So it's a team award to me, just like all of them are. Every award, the Nneka's award, Megan's award, Anna's award, they're all team awards. Those awards don't happen when you don't have good teammates around you. And so everybody accepted those awards together, and going forward with humility and for the right reasons.
And here, lastly, tomorrow is semifinal contest against Central Connecticut. Won both meetings against them already. What do you think the key will be there to come away with third win against them, as well as the program's fourth consecutive NEC championship game berth?
Well, yeah, every game is its own identity. You know, different strategies, different teams, different matchups. You know, just like any game, though, you have to go into the game and be the team that you had sought out to be all season long.
Mm-hmm.
All the work that you've put in throughout the season has to come out now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all the things that you're building on. You know, the type of team you are, you know, will really expose itself in March.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not just saying win or lose. That's saying just, you know, how you play the game and how hard you fight, what you do. So, you know, in order for us to go out there and to be victorious in this game, we're going to have to really go out there and play the best brand of basketball we have. We're going to have to work really hard. We're going to have to understand that they have things that they can do that will bother us unless we work hard at stopping them.
Mm-hmm.
Offensively, you know, we have to play with great intelligence also, not just on the defensive end, on the offensive end. Value the ball. Really do a good job of the fundamental things we've been teaching all year long. You can't let the moment overwhelm you. You got to focus on the next game, just like we've been doing all season. I think that's probably one of the key commitments we have to have towards going forward, is that, you know, every game we play is the next game is the only important thing we're thinking about. It's just us and our opponent. And we continue with that mindset and just continue to do the things that we've been growing upon. We've been growing so much this season, you know, and we've been trying to get a little bit better every day. I say just get a little bit better every day. Every day, just try to climb the ladder by doing just a little bit. And if you have that focus, you know, when it comes time down the stretch, you know, you'll see the work that you put in.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, at the end of the day, that's what I expect out of the team, and that's what's going to be the key. I would say the key
Element?
Yeah, I don't know if I would say that. Mindset. Yeah, I would say mindset. I'd say the key mindset is that we got to go out there and just continue to do the things that we've done, and just let all of our work come out together. Don't, you know, stay locked into each other. You know, we've been serving each other all year. All year we've been serving each other, and that's what we have to continue to do. And I was just talking to somebody a little while ago, and they were asking me about the success and all that. And we're so driven on success, whether win or lose. You know, when you're successful, you know, everyone asks you, who's the best coach in the NFL? Who's the best coach in the NBA? It's always going to be the guy who wins, or the woman that wins in college, or, you know, whoever's coaching, he or she. It's always going to be the coach that wins. There's other levels of success. You know, we go out there, play hard, play together, play smart. You know, there's a lot of winning in that too. There's a lot of things that we're doing out there that mean a lot going forward. So you know, I was also saying, you know, we're not the type of team that, you know, guarantees victory or says, oh, we're gonna win. We can't lose. We refuse to lose. We go out there with a passion to refuse to lose. But the game is going to be won or lost, and as long as you go out there and you play your hardest and do everything you can to help your team, you know, you can hold your head high on either side of that. And I think that's been one of the biggest things that we've learned this season, is that we got to be able to handle winning and losing. You got to be able to handle both, and you got to have a great mindset going forward on each of them. You got to be very honest with yourself coming after a win or a loss. You got to be able to handle success. You got to be able to handle failure, and you have to take it with truth. When we go in and watch the video, going into the next game, whether we won or lost, we have to handle it with truth and go forward with grace. And that's something we've done all year long. And going into this game, that's what we're preparing to do again. And you know, one thing I can guarantee you this is that we'll play very, very hard, and we'll stay together.
All right. Well, once again, thank you for joining me, and good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, Ethan.
Tomorrow's game will be played at 7 p.m. It can be seen on ESPN3 or NEC Front Row, and can be heard on the iHeartRadio app.